What is up, my beautiful lonely people? So you probably clicked on this video for 2 or 3 reasons. You're like, 1, Nesto's back. Holy shit, I can't believe he actually posted a video. 2, you're like, what the hell did you do while you were gone? Did you get arrested? You done got locked up? What did you do? Or 3, you yourself are about to get locked up and you want to know what it's like on the inside. We're about to cover it, and everything is 100% true. Let's go. All right, what a hell of a way to start the New Year's, by Nesto going to jail, right? I wanted to share this story with you guys for a while. I just didn't know really how to say it, and now we're back. By the way, I was waiting to post again on this channel to the New Year's because I was like, I'm not gonna come back until I'm fully committed. Now that I'm fully committed and geared up, you can expect at least 3 to 4 videos every week on this channel. So I'm gonna explain this best to you I can in story form. Okay, so once upon a time, I'm not gonna say exactly when, but I got some warrants. Your boy got some warrants, all right? One of them, nothing was violent. I don't want y'all to think about me like that. It was not violent, but it was some traffic tickets, and I let it build up, and surprisingly, it got worse. Okay, so if you don't handle traffic tickets, they build up into what's called a warrant. I was hoping they would kind of just go away, but no, it gets worse. It's kind of like being constipated. If you get constipated and you keep being constipated, it just gets worse. It gotta come out somewhere. First, the way it happened was I had these warrants and I knew about it because I got a letter in the mail saying there's a warrant out for your arrest. And then my dumb ass runs into a friend. My friend's name is Clint. Clint was like, you know, when I was younger, I actually just turned myself in and I sat out my ticket and it went away. Have you ever thought about that, Nesto? Why don't you just go turn yourself in? You could sit down in a jail. Man, I was only in there for a couple hours. The cops were real cool. They let me go. Ticket was gone. Like, I didn't even know this was an option. I could actually go sit behind some bars, probably watch some TV, something like that. So I'm like, all right, I might just do this. Now I'm like, bet, I'm gonna plan a day. I say, you know what, I'm gonna pick a Tuesday. I'm gonna go Tuesday, I'm gonna turn myself in, and then I'm gonna just clear this up once and for all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll get out later on, we'll go to the movies or something. So you know what I did from there? My next step, literally after I decided I was going to jail, you know what I did? I went to my closet to pick out the clothes that I was gonna wear to jail because my dumbass thought they was gonna let me wear the clothes I walked in with. I have no experience with this. I have no reason not to believe this. So I literally go to my closet and I'm looking for what's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to pick on me or something like that. So I'm looking for, let me get a hoodie. Yeah, a nice hoodie. Hoodies are kind of tough. Maybe a hoodie with a beanie or something like, maybe a scarf with a skull. I don't know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, it says, what says don't make me your bitch? Honest to God, had this thought process at this time in my life. So I put on my hoodie with my beanie, and now I'm thinking, well, I can't just drive up there because I don't want to, where am I going to leave my car? I don't know how this works. Everybody else happened to be busy at that time, so my mom drove me to jail. Everybody else showing up in handcuffs and squad cars, and my ass was riding shotgun with my mama to jail. So mom's in the driver's seat, I'm riding shotgun, just trying to get into the jail mindset, you know, trying to get my tough on. I'm trying to get in that energy, right? Like, okay, we're gonna be in there. I'm telling my mom, maybe you could come pick me up in a couple hours. You know, we gonna work it out. I'm here, I'm gonna do it. She kept telling me, are you sure you wanna do this, mijo? Are you sure you wanna do this? You don't have to do this, I could help you pay. I'm like, no, I don't wanna take your money. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Clint told me. He did it, so I'm just finna go sit it out. Ain't gonna be no thing. So anyway, we finally pull up. I get out the car like the gangster that I am. I come back to give my mom a little kiss and a thank you. But I go in the police department, right? The front office. I tell them, excuse me, I spoke to somebody on the phone earlier. I'm here to turn myself in so I could sit out a traffic ticket. They go, oh, okay, yeah, have a seat. We'll be right with you. As I'm sitting there, I've noticed people coming in under arrest. They got handcuffs on behind their back. Some of them look beat up. Some of them look drunk. And they're going behind like this bulletproof glass. Everything is bulletproof glass. And I'm looking around like, where is the section for people that turn themselves in? I literally was looking for the section for the people that turn themselves in. And for those of you that don't know nothing about jail, there is no section for people that turn themselves in. They throw you all together. Another thing that would have helped me make this decision. If I didn't know this, I would have never committed to this. I didn't know shit. This is valuable information that Clint's ass didn't tell me. So the cop comes from around the back. He says, Ernesto Lopez? I said, yes. He says, turn around, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, why do I gotta put my hands? I'm here. I'm not under arrest. I turned myself in. Let's just walk to the back. He said, I gotta cuff you. I can't bring you back there without handcuffs. So now I'm like, I'm handcuffed for the first time in my life and instantly regretting, like, well, okay, well, is y'all taking me to the section where people turn themselves in? Like, I don't understand why with the handcuffs. And then immediately they take the mug shot. They take my fingerprints, which I'm like, okay, I kind of expected that part. But then he takes me in the back with two other guys that they just arrested. They say, take off your clothes. This is my tough outfit. If I take it off, I don't know how. I mean, I was prepared with this vibe, is what I'm trying to say. And he looked at me like, bitch, take it off. So, okay, we taking it off. So I start taking it off. Now I'm butt naked with two dudes I never met. Well, technically we got our drawers on. And then they throw us these orange jumpsuits with the orange flip-flops. And now it's finally sinking in, I made a mistake. Because right after that, I say, sir, I don't know if there's a mistake or I'm supposed to be in a different section with the people that turn themselves in. And he was like, there is no section of people that turn themselves in. We treat you like we treat everybody else. Fucking Clint. They putting me in this cell with all kinds of dudes that look like they need to be there. They literally look like they need to be there. Nobody else turned themselves in but me. Everybody else looks like they there against their will. Some people drunk, some people physically beat up. Some people are passed out on the ground. There's a toilet in the corner, in the open. There's no door on the toilet. If you want to go to the restroom, no matter what the number is, you got to go right there in front of everybody and just stink up the cell. That's just the way it is. And of course, by the time I get there, there's no room in the cell but next to the toilet. So now I got to get up. I got to get in there and walk to the toilet acting like that's where I want to be.
That's right. You don't want no shit either. That's right.
Because I don't want to be a punk. I know one thing. I don't know a lot of things because I don't watch a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying? So I know some things. And one thing I know, you can't be no punk. You got to be tough. At least act tough. So I get in there and I get this is my face right here. This is the face I got. That's my I'm like, if I could just make a face. Maybe I can get away. I'm only gonna be here for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? So I'm making a face and I walk to the toilet like, ain't no thing. This is my seat right here. This is where it smells like shit the most. Okay, this is where I wanna be. Perfect. This is where Nesto wanna be. So now I'm literally sitting next to the toilet, like down, like on my knees. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there either passed out, drunk, yelling at the cops, and they constantly bringing more people in there, and they not giving no answers. They not telling us nothing with the sketch. There is no communication. I was supposed to be here for a couple hours. I need to talk to an officer, right? So I'm saying, hey, let me talk, but I can't do it like a punk. I can't do it in front of the other guys, you know what I'm saying? So I wait till like I catch somebody that's not paying attention. I kind of get them on the low, because at one point they let me out to make a phone call, right? So I asked the officer, hey, I thought I was supposed to only be here for a couple hours. I turned myself in, traffic ticket, Clint, bullshit. I gave him all the spill, right? And he said, oh, how much did you have on your traffic ticket? I said, I don't know exactly, like $300 or $400. He said, oh, it's usually $100 a night, son of a bitch. $100 a night. So basically for every night, they take off $100 from what you owe them. So my couple of hours that bullshit Clint told me about now just went into 2, 3, maybe even 4 days. Now I'm panicking and I get my first call. I'm not wearing my tough hoodie and beanie no more. I'm completely out my jail vibe, right? Still making this face though. I still got this with me. So now I'm going to make my call. I get it. I call my mom. I ain't gonna lie. I call my mom. I said, Mom, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. But I wasn't gonna show her that I was like afraid, you know what I'm saying? So I was hoping that, you know how parents sometimes they'll just read between the lines. You know, mom's got that sixth sense, whatever, and they'll understand what you're saying without saying it, and they'll help you out. So I did that. I gave my son vibes to my mom. I said, Mom, I made a mistake. It sucks in here. Now they saying I'm gonna be here longer. I was thinking though, maybe I could bail out. Who the hell gonna turn themselves in to sit out a traffic ticket and then try to bail out? Your boy, Nesto. That's who the hell was trying to do something like that. But then again, in my defense, they had took away my hoodie. You know what I'm saying? I was. So anyway, I tell this to my mom, and she say, well, I was telling you, now you gotta sit with it. Just let me know how it goes. She wasn't trying to help me. She was like, the help I was trying to give you, oh, that stopped at the car. You know what I'm saying? But now you gotta deal with it. I'm screwed. Like I'm literally screwed. I'm in jail. So I go back to that cell. They continue putting people in there. And then finally, by the grace of God, the cop comes over, one of the cops, and he says, everybody is going to their own personal cells now. So they put me in like a solitary confinement, but it's not that, right? It's this little tiny cell. The cell, y'all, is as big as like this corner. It is super, it's about as big as a twin bed. But I'm relieved because I'm in there by myself. It is the first time I'm alone in jail. And there's a little intercom in there where you can press the button and you could get like an officer to talk to. The only thing they got in there is a toilet and a bed. I pace back and forth. It's a very small corner. And then finally I go to sleep, only to be woken up about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then they say, it's time for breakfast, open the door, come out to population. Population is exactly that. It's where everybody goes. Now 30 or 40 of us are out there. They got these ghetto TVs in the corner. They got like 2 channels on them, so that they don't really work. But you're just out there staring at like 40 other guys, and they're handing out this bullshit breakfast. I think it was like a sandwich and a bag of chips. You ever go to 7-Eleven and they got like a pre-made sandwich in a wrapper? You just open it and you can get you a little sandwich action like that. If one of those sandwiches smoked crack, that's what the sandwich would look like. I finally meet a guy by the name of Pete, and I knew his name was Pete because he had his damn name tattooed on his knuckles. He was a talker. He just felt like talking, and he told me stories about how he was innocent, and they said he done stole a lawnmower and he took it to the pawn shop and they arrested him for stolen merchandise. He was like, they got it twisted, man, because I don't even do stuff like that. And then later on, Pete presumes to tell me about the one time he stole a lawnmower and took it to the pawn shop. I'm like, bitch, you talking to the same person? But I love Pete, his guilty ass. I love Pete because he was the only one in there that would like bonded with me in a way. So when he asked me what I was in for, boy, I lied my ass off. I can't say I turned myself in. So I literally lied because I didn't want to seem soft. By the way, remember, I still got this face. I'm still rocking with this. But I literally like, man, I got into a fight, man. They got me assault and battery. He was like, oh, word? They got you for assault and battery? Yeah, man. He was like, when you getting out? Now, we hadn't seen the judge at this point, right? They pull us one by one, make a line, you finna see the judge. You go in this room where the judge is behind a bulletproof glass with a damn intercom on the bottom. It's not like a regular judge you talk to. This dude is behind so much bulletproof glass with an intercom down here. I don't know if he has to press a button or something. You literally have to lean down. Your Honor, yeah, I listen, they took my hoodie. He looks at my record. He sees I don't have a record. He sees this is a traffic ticket. He's like, okay, you've paid such and such up to this point. You came to sit it out. You know what I'm gonna do for you? Because you're a first-time offender and it's technically just a traffic ticket, I'm gonna let you go tonight around 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Now granted, it's not the couple of hours that bullshit Clint told me it was gonna be, but still, now I have a time. Now I have a time frame that when I could leave this place. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Now it's only like, by this time, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I technically still have a whole day-ish before I get released. I just gotta bullshit throughout the rest of this day. That's all I gotta do. I go back, I talk to Petey. I said, Big Pete, what they tell you? He said, man, I'm gonna get like a month. I said, damn, dude, like that? He said, what about you? I said, man, they finna transfer your boy. They finna transfer your boy to his mama's car, but I left that shit out. He was like, damn, and you know why I said that? Because I knew if they're gonna release me at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be gone before anybody wakes up. Thank God. The cop finally comes out and says, everybody back to isolation. I get in my room. close the door, they lock it. I lay in that bed and I start thanking God and I start counting the minutes till I get out. And I keep hitting that intercom. Is it time? Is it time? Is it time? They're getting pissed off. Sir, we will tell you when it's time. Don't worry, we're not gonna forget about you, right? Literally, by the time they came to get me, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm there, my blanket is folded, the pillow on top, I'm right there on the edge of the bed. They go, damn, you ready? I said, look, I don't belong here. That's exactly what I said. They took me back to the room where they took my hoodie. You remember they took my hoodie? Anyway, they took me back to that room. They finally gave me that hoodie. My vibe done came back, and it was with a homeless man. He was clearly homeless. And they took us outside with handcuffs once again, took the handcuffs off, released us outside, 4 o'clock in the morning. That homeless man just walked into the street. He literally walked away into the abyss. Now I'm feeling shit. This done gave me, I think, like a low-key new toughness. You know what I'm saying? Like just a new edge to the way I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? It got me like tough mentally. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking these thoughts. And then I look to the right and I see my mama pulling up. I say, oh shit, my mom's here. But one thing I left out, possibly the biggest thing, is never ever in my wildest dreams would I imagine that my son would one day be arrested and thrown in that exact same jail that I was in. But that's another story for another video.